Hello and welcome everybody to 2002. Now 2002 is a heavy year. We had uncertainty in the world, if you remember. We had the uncertainty in the economy with the dot-com bubble. And luckily, we have the resort manager opening up the pool, wheeling in the massage table, the relaxation manager known as Callaway Golf, bringing us the Hawkeye VFT 2002 edition. This is one classic, highly sought after iron set with a steel shaft. Let's get it on the review table and have a closer look. Like most irons of the era, easy to recognize just by the big label they put on it. So sole, very plain, just with the iron number 6. And then here, Hawkeye VFT, Callaway Golf, and down here, tungsten injected titanium. Now, straight away, I have some questions because I thought titanium has an oxidation layer. Am I mistaken on that? Looking at this looks like stainless steel to me. This looks like polished stainless right here, all the way around here. So I don't understand what I'm looking at. You know, at the making of this video, my kids play a game called Among Us, and they're always like, sus, pink sus, right? VFT sus. Sospechoso. I don't, whatever sus stands for. So I'm suspecting what we're looking at here is a stainless steel head. And then in this little insert, they might have some titanium alloy or something where they injected tungsten into that, or they put tungsten weights into that. Because if this whole thing were tungsten, I feel like this whole insert were tungsten, I feel like it would weigh too much. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. And then you can see in the truck bed right here, they put the heavy-duty truck liner, Rhino liner. And then there's the little Hawk logo right here at the top of the toe in the cavity. So interesting. And you can see the cutout right here. The sole is not too fat. Spinning around to the face, you can see somebody has kind of a questionable ball striking capability, but a big, heavy-duty, hardy face with lots of offset. And the toe, let's see if I can navigate this. The toe is cool. The top line is cool. It's chunky. It's a chunky monkey. Let's just say it that way. Yeah. And there's offset right here. A very modern looking club and a very big head, which builds a lot of confidence. As we spin around here, working up the shaft, let's see, I need space here. This is, he's navigating the sea. The Callaway famous little ferrule right here, the minimalist ferrule. And to me, one of the other things I need to point out is this is a bore-through hosel, right? So there's actually, this gets complicated. I've tried to reshaft these. These are a pain in the butt to reshaft. So the shaft, can you see the little cutouts in the shaft? There's a little cut here, cut here, cut here, here. And then there's actually little tabs inside here that align with the shaft. So in the factory, when they glue it, they put the epoxy on, they slide it in, and it locks into place so the shaft doesn't twist inside the head. Well, that's great for manufacturing, but for reshafting, that's a pain in the butt. Because you either, you need remember this is heavy duty, brittle stainless steel here. You need to mill that out, which can be super annoying, or you need to cut your shafts, which is super annoying. So I think the longevity of this club I feel like this club would be more valuable in the vintage world, in the used market, if they just put a normal hosel on here, but they have their S2H2 design philosophy that they were striving for with this design. So that's what we get there. Then moving up this lovely stepped shaft, very, very consistent steps on here to the label, Callaway Golf with the Hawkeye logo right here. Remember, these were very expensive constant weight shaft. These were very expensive clubs when they came out. 2002, just as a reminder for the year. Lovely original Callaway, kind of a velvet style grip. Obviously right now it's more like a fossilized slick grip more than a velvet texture. And it says Callaway Golf here on the butt. So in 2002, this was very popular. This was a big hit. I mean, people wanted premium products, and this came across as a premium product that proved to be, well, claimed to be very forgiving. I guess ultimately we need to go verify those claims out on the range. This club feels good to hit. It feels like a good golf club. It feels like any Ping, any modern, except I guess the modern clubs at the making of this video in 2021 have inserts that they stick in here to deaden the sound, where this is like a bell, all right? Not like a, yeah, you know what I mean. So other than that, it feels really good. Looking down at it, it feels very modern. The only complaint I have about it is the longevity of the shafts because of the way they installed these shafts. I wish it was just a normal hosel, you know, where you could just remove a graphite shaft and put in a steel shaft. Unfortunately, that's not what we have. I think there are better options when it comes to just like a great starter set that will last you a really long time. And I still question the materials on this. I still think this seems an awful steely to me. Just my opinion. Now, I don't know if I would put this in my bag. This isn't really vintage. It's a modern classic. I can't argue with that. I don't know if I'd put this in a loaner set, because that's one of my thoughts is I'm always thinking, well, I want to go golfing with my friends, and sometimes they don't have clubs. Sometimes they come in from out of state. Some of my family, my dad comes in from out of state, and he's like, I didn't bring my golf clubs, and here's a set. This makes an okay set for something like that. My concern about these, especially with a steel shaft, is they're a little bit pricey. You go out on the open market and you try to get some of these, they're not the best deal. And if you're dealing with a new player, these might be okay, but some of the more experienced players might kind of, you know, they could get along with these. I'm just not sure, you know, it's very personal. For me personally, I'm not making a friendly guest, you know, extra set with these. And I'm not really interested in these from the vintage standpoint. So for me, they're just kind of in this limbo of, yeah, they're a cool club. I can't argue they're a modern classic, very popular. The Hawkeye series that predated them were immensely popular. So let me know your thoughts about the Hawkeye VFT. A great club, very good, good golf club. But where does it sit in your X factor? Like, do you feel passionate about it? Are you kind of like lukewarm when it comes to the passion side of it? Do you feel like it's just too big? I'm interested to read your thoughts. For me, I like it. It's a cool, it reminds me of the shafting style back then and the tungsten ideas, and it was a great time and very popular. If you want to support this channel, I have a couple of ways you can support this channel. I have a Patreon account where I just accept general support, so it just helps fund my equipment that I use, some, you know, probably golf equipment, some other equipment on my other channels. So that's a great way to support the channel. You can also visit my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe, hit that bell icon. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.